Big dog here. Um, in a hotel room, taking a Nero today, taking a Zero tomorrow. Got a bunch of things to wrap up. I got to make sure Jay's getting acclimated to the trail appropriately, and so I'm giving him a day off. It's only day 4. He's been doing really, really well. He's been doing great. Everything's been going really well on his end. He's doing a lot better than I thought he would, but I still have to pay attention to the fact that he looks like he's pretty exhausted. So just to be safe, I'm pulling over. I'm taking a day off. I want to make sure he's recouping. I got him a steak today. It was a chopped steak, which was basically looked like a 4-pound hamburger. Gave that to him. He's eating 2 chicken breasts, 3 pieces of pizza, and his dog food. So I'm trying to make sure he's getting his energy back up and he's recouping. Do the same thing tomorrow. Make sure he's well hydrated. I'm going to play with him a lot, give him a lot of attention. Then we're going to get back on the trail the next day, just to make sure his spirits are up and he's doing good. And I suggest anybody through hiking with a dog, doing any kind of long distance hiking with a dog, that you're doing the same thing. Right now we're watching Forrest Gump. It's the part where Lieutenant Dan is screaming at the thunderstorm to take him, because he was mad that he didn't die in Vietnam, but that's not important right now. Anyway, one thing I wanted to mention was that on the trail the past couple days, it's only been day 4, there's been a lot of young dogs on the trail, which have been really concerning. I met a dog, and I'm not going to name them by names, but one was 8 months old, one was 10 months old. I've met a couple that were puppies, that really, in my opinion, shouldn't be on the trail. Not only is it bad for their muscle development, and by no means am I a vet. This is just things that I've been told by my vet. Their muscle, it's not good for them to be doing that type of climbing. I mean, we were climbing 4,000 feet in elevation today almost, and to make a dog do that at 9 months old, it's not a good idea. And if you are taking any kind of dog on the trail, a lot of these people I saw had dogs that were, I can't tell you how many times, trying to get in the shade or looked like they were sweating. I was constantly offering them water, telling them, do you have enough water? There's a water source down there. You should let the dog go cool off. You need to pay attention to your animal when you're on the trail. If the dog's trying to get in the shade, don't pull it out of the shade and make it come. You need to stop. You need to listen to your dog. Your dog is trying to communicate to you, I need shade right now. If he's laying down in mud, it's probably because he's hot. You need to let him lay down in mud. I let Jay lay down in mud any chance he gets, because that mud's going to cool him off, and I know that. When you stop at water, make sure he's getting wet. Jay does not like getting water on his head. He doesn't. But I make him sit there and I get him wet to make sure his body temperature's going down. Make sure you're feeding him or her constantly. And if you have a little dog like a Dachshund or a Chihuahua, and you're trying to make that thing hike like 3,500 feet in elevation, or if you're even doing just like a 2 or 3 day hike, you need to really pay attention to that dog, because those dogs got short, little, stubby legs. I mean, it's like painful to watch them try to hike up inclines sometimes. It's too much. I feel like they're mentally screaming at their owners like stop, pick me up. Just, can you pick me up? You know what I mean? Like, consider getting maybe like a baby harness, or just carrying your dog if he's that small. Don't make those little dogs hike up those inclines. It's insane. And make sure you have enough water on you. And watch out for their paws is another thing. Jay has musher's wax on his paws. I constantly put that stuff on to make sure that he's got cushioning, and he's getting moisture on his pads, and they're not getting dry and cracked and worn out. Or put boots on your dog. That doesn't always work though. I tried putting boots on Jay and he looked like a spider. Like he tried to kick his boots off, tried to rip them off with his teeth. A lot of people have the same problem. But in any case, you got to pay attention to your dog. There's another dog, that I pulled over at Neil's Gap, and he had 17 ticks on him. I had to pull out 17 ticks today from a puppy. And my advice to that particular hiker was, you got to get this dog off the trail. You need to get the dog to go see a vet, and you need to feed. I gave her Jay's begging strips, because he's not eating those anymore. And said, feed the dog this, and make sure that, take care of that dog. Make sure he's watered, and try to get him to a vet as soon as possible. 17 ticks. So, just be sure if you have your dog on the trail, at any time, that your number one responsibility is that animal, is that dog. You need to listen to it. You need to make sure that you're listening to what they're telling you and taking care of them. And you know what? Pull over. After 2 or 3 days, give your dog a rest like we're doing tonight. Don't push him. Just because you can go doesn't mean your dog can go. And just because your dog seems okay doesn't mean he's not exhausted. And when you pull over, give him things like tonight. Buy him a steak. Get him some chicken. Get him some McDonald's hamburgers without the onions and all the crap on it. But I mean, feed him. Get it, make sure that his muscles are developing and that he's resting. He's gonna sleep all day tomorrow, and he's gonna play, and I'm gonna get his spirits back up. That's what you should be doing with your dog if you're hiking and you are taking on the responsibility of hiking 6 months with the dog. You need to make sure that dog is okay, and that's your hiking partner. You gotta take care of each other. Anyway, that's all I gotta say tonight. We're gonna finish watching Forrest Gump here. Take a 0 tomorrow. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.